My name is Elena Motseng. I am 42 and I've lived in Windhoek. I grew up in Windhoek, lived in Windhoek all my life. I come from a very small family, but something that is very significant about that family in relation to what we're recording today is the issue of infertility. It's not a strange phenomena in our family, even though we don't necessarily want to name it what it is. So by the time I was 26, I got married. And I think this is really where it underscores the challenges that you can get when you want to conceive and conception is just not possible. So we got married. I was married for a total of 9 years to someone who already had a child before the marriage, a girl child before the marriage. So of course, when I got married, the desire to have a male child was there. And so there's this silent pressure that's mounting on you because you're supposed to be the one who falls pregnant. So if there's a problem, the problem must be with you because you're the one who must carry this child. So in the first couple of years, we tried medical intervention as well, just to see if we can conceive. But I think by the time we really tried medical intervention, the marriage had become very unhealthy, and it had become unhealthy for a lot of reasons. But one of the reasons for sure was the inability to bring about a child.
I met a guy from my village in 2016. Then we got married. Up to now, there's no fruit of the womb. My husband is having kids in his first marriage, which end up, and we are getting worried.
Sasi sandama kuja gamone tanditse ya kuja ninu psaka diwashike shashon sane kwanja aje eno problema tatu kipangero tatu nengambia na mbea sane kwanja ya hamunike o problema ye ndo hotelo kwala mwetati nando kale kan sane kwanja tetu non.
You know, as a woman, it's my wish to experience the pregnancy level. How does it feel? You know, wearing those kind of dresses like any other pregnant woman, breastfeeding your baby, you see.
When my marriage was falling apart, at that time I was in the police. At that time, I was going around picking up dumped babies. And I remember there was one specific incident where we picked up a baby that was dumped in the academia area. And the baby was, presumably the mother gave birth, not sure whether the baby was alive or dead at birth, but the baby was put in a plastic bag, and the plastic bag was put in a handbag, and the handbag was thrown in a river. There was no water in the river, but the street kids that were roaming in the area found the handbag, and they thought there was food in the handbag. And when they opened the handbag, it was the fetus, the body of a fetus that died, actually. And I remember I was speaking to the media on that particular day. I was speaking, and there was an interview that was recorded for news. But I usually used to wear sunshades on interviews like that because it was particularly difficult for me to process how somebody would be able to do that when I know how difficult it is for me to have a baby.
Tatingo kalunga fimbola kalunga fimbola apala ma ko kuchane fimboli mo shike shi apena ngo poika shi kalango shili omonongo shitakapiti kama kucha mumba to katona makana ilo to chikmi makana ndi kulya mwezi wa sango shasha to sha tunyanga dalango ito jinkweto uneta moja no mwe meja jedire natu tacha hande tamashika mo heno kana ka kweno njala mukucha pamwanzi ka ande tikulya kucha uyiriwe kucha
I would never be able to have a child of my own. And by far this was my worst fear. And if anybody sits for a moment and think, what is my worst fear in life? If you just take that minutes to think about your worst fear in life, now imagine you actually living your worst fear in life. Because to me, what was my worst fear in life? Not being able to have a child. And now I'm actually living it. So how do I get past this? How do I think about if I'm going to be 88, who's going to look after me? Because I wouldn't even have grandchildren. Who's going to be the person that's going to carry me to walk or make sure that I had something to eat when I'm at that age? I don't think anybody understands how much it takes of you every day. Do you realize that you're getting older and older and you've got nobody that's going to walk this walk with you?
For people who throw around the insensitivity intentionally, shame on you. The same way that you're not going to make fun of somebody who sits in a wheelchair or is blind, or the same way that you do not want somebody to make fun of you because you're not heterosexual, or the same way that you don't want somebody to make fun of you because you're black or you're white or you're Chinese or you're whatever, is the very same way that people that struggle with fertility don't want to be made fun of.
To the men out there, please, I urge them to be supportive to their wife. Even to their kids. At times, they can get kids who will be childless also. They must start to support the childless women. Women should also learn to support the childless men. It's a 50-50 thing.